is it possible that the oligarchs have enough power that they can pressure Putin to change course, to withdraw from Ukraine?
This is a mistake, a mistaken presumption about how Russian power is arranged. Russian power is not an oligarchy. It's a dictatorship. And the oligarchs are merely, actually, not oligarchs, but merely agents of the Kremlin who are used by the Kremlin as a tool. So there is no feedback in the other direction to influence the dictator. They cannot do that in practical sense.
What about the military or other parts of the ruling elite, maybe the KGB, what is now the FSB? Are the intelligence services or the army? Does anyone have power other than, Putin? He calls himself the vertical of power. Is there anybody outside of that vertical of power?
Most likely, it's not so much a vertical of power. It's Putin power. Putin holds on to power by taking parts of the people around him and setting them off against each other. Of course, there are people that do have some influence on his mental perceptions, people such as Yuri Kovalchuk and those people who are around Yuri Kovalchuk. And of course, the military can tell Putin, and they are indeed telling him now, that we, in current conditions, cannot do the task that we've been assigned. And Putin has to take that into account. But the decision is made by him, of course.
So what is the way to pressure Russia to get serious at the negotiating table?
Unfortunately, no other advice can be given here other than the courage of the Ukrainians and the sanctions that undercut the opportunities for Putin to buy new weapons and to hire mercenaries.
Given what you know of his mentality, what is he going to do? Is he going to turn Ukraine into Chechnya, destroy it? Is he going to back away? What do you think his options are?
For him, the situation today is very complicated. At first, what he wanted was to change the power in Kiev, put in his puppet, and was expecting that this would be met with flowers thrown in the streets by Ukrainian people. When this did not happen, he went crazy. The fact that the people in Kharkov did not meet him with flowers, it not only just angered him, I really think it drove him literally insane. That's when he started bombing Kharkiv and Kiev. Right now he has three options that face him, three ways out. First way out is to continue pressuring Ukraine and probably losing troops in this process because the Ukrainians are fighting back ever more strongly with every day. Secondly, he could use weapons of mass destruction in the hope that this would force the Ukrainians to retreat. And the third option is to start actual negotiations. When NATO officials say that in one voice that if Mr. Putin if you use WMDs, you will get an appropriate response from NATO, that actually gives Putin only one choice: to sit down for real at the negotiating table.